Hey everyone, how you doing today? Thought I'd take another look at the workshop and see what was out there, and a lot of very, very cool creations to check out again today. So a couple of creations are kind of similar in certain aspects, and that would be the creation we're looking at now and probably the next big creation. But these are kind of like bases, but flying carrier ships, kind of module carriers basically, which is really, really cool. Very practical in game for a lot of, a lot of functions that you can do with this kind of thing. So basically, similar, different but similar to like some of the things I made in the past, like the Helios carrier and things like that. So the very first creation here is the NFE Spaceport CruiserCarrier by EderSouza, if I said that, or EderSouza, if I said that name correctly. I grabbed a one of its multiple companion creations and plugged it in here as well, just so you can check that out. But essentially, this is kind of like a module carrier. This would be our front area here, big open bridge section here, very, very open with all the glasswork. You can see where the pilot seat is, a whole lot of passenger seats. Yeah, quite the display on the front of this here. So it's actually called a spaceport cruise carrier on the name. So yeah, kind of similar. It is kind of like a spaceport as well, but it moves. It's not a stationary base type of creation, which is very, very cool. So when we get over on the sides over here, you're seeing basically module bays for a NFE type module. I have not seen exactly how that plays with the other modules out there. I'd say it looks around the size of a Astra module, but I'm not 100% sure. I think the dimensions are a little bit different though than the Astra module. So yeah, just kind of checking this out. There's a lot of really cool fancy stuff going on that you can see from the outside as well, like taking a look through the glass in this room over here. It looks cool. I'm not exactly sure what's going on in there, but it certainly looks tech-like and things like that. Yeah, that's kind of neat. We'll tour the inside here in a little bit. Cool looking walls in between the module bays. So over on this side, obviously we've got bays. Looks like 2, 4, 6, and 8. Let's get around the back side here. So the back side does have looks like a big old long-range radar array going on. Obviously, there's a big built-in hangar here too, which is very, very cool. Big blast door there. I kind of like how you kind of come into that. It's nice and open and wide the way it's set up. Plus, you got that blast door for some protection on the inside as well. Let me just check out this radar. I just want to see if this is a real one or the deco version. It is the real one. So we got the long-range radar array built in here. Nice option. Quite a few forward thrusters. Generally looks pretty cool, though. I mean, obviously, a big module carrier like this is going to be generally a fairly large rectangle type of shape, but it's just taking a look at it, its aesthetics and how it's designed. I definitely like some of these glass sections here, kind of, giving you more to look at. Plus, the glass is painted like different tones. You can see, like, there's a darker gray, light gray, and then you've got this, like, yellow caution tape texture around the edges here, which is very, very cool. Got some glass going off to the sides here. Looks like we got some turbines installed on here too. It looks like a couple medium-sized turbines, or at least that's what I call them. That's not their official name. And over here are some more. Kind of looks like it's going to be asymmetrically set up on the interior too, which is really, really cool. And again, a lot of module bays. So I did grab one of the other modules for this, basically a DropHangar module, I believe, and it does have some blast doors on the side. So basically, well, you guys, I'm sure, understand how the module carriers work now. We'll look at this when we get on the inside. I just want to see what bay we're looking at here. Okay, so this is bay 3. So when we're touring the inside, we'll tour that module as well. Also built by the same author. Alright, so I guess I'm going to, not sure exactly where I should come in at yet, but let's take one of these top doors here. Come into the bridge area and kind of move back from there. So this goes down quite a ways here. Looks like we've got more than one deck here. So I'll start at the upper deck, or the closest one here. Yeah, it almost does feel like a base, though. I mean, it's big. It's got all the glass. It really does kind of feel like a base. And that was intended to. It moves too, so you don't have to park at one place and leave it there the whole game. You can take it with you throughout the galaxy, which is very beneficial, actually, in my opinion, at least. So over here, it looks like right on the front here, off to the sides of this massive open glass bridge section, we actually do have a production area over here. So we got a universal constructor, a couple small constructors, deconstructor, another small constructor right over there. Just kind of curious if we have different. Yeah, well, it is asymmetrical here. So yeah, quite a bit different on the other side over here. Got some really cool, snazzy looking tables in place here. Yeah, I like those shapes of these tables. It's pretty, kind of like Art Deco, sci-fi, all in one. Pretty cool. Oh no, we got the. Okay, well, I was able to walk up these 45s. I'm always scared to death of 45-degree staircases. You never know. Never know. If your ship's not perfectly flat, they have a way of not letting you walk up them. So off to this side, I like this. I do like this round glass entry here, or double door setup here. So it looks like just a lot of tech equipment and things like that. And looks like we got a Wi-Fi and like a Wi-Fi closet over there. Quite the bookshelf, or well, those aren't really bookshelves. Anyway, kind of a bookshelf. I think they might be called a bookshelf. So over here, I do like the glass cut into everything too. The coloring where you got like a blue row and then you got your gray, and then you even can see some of the yellow from the top landing pad area. So over here, yeah, quite the cafeteria setup. Got our food processors and fridges, plenty of places to sit. A lot of crew in here too. A lot of NPCs. So over here, it looks like we've got our medical bay. And of course, we got the person to check you out. And it looks like we got all our specialized equipment built in here. Color coded too. So we got the blue and the orange and the purple and the green and the red. Yeah, all kinds of stuff in there. Let me guess. Oh, I didn't expect this. So I'm not sure if this. There is a deco pentacted tank part. I think that. Yeah, that's what this is. There's not an actual pentacted tank, and that actually, the model for that has changed. So that is like the old pentacted tank, but it's now a deco part. So what do we got over here? Oh, same room I was just in. That's what's over there. All right, so now we're to a one of the big corridor hallways going through here, and it looks like this is going to lead us back up into the big glass front end of the ship with the bridge section. But quite a hallway, a lot of storage controllers going along here. We will definitely take a look at its built-in storage, at least. Quite a hallway, a lot of room too. Like a ship like this, if you really wanted to like add more things, you do have space. So this is peering into that hangar that we're looking at the backside with the big glass door. Like all the landing pads are, well, asymmetrically kind of drawn out there, and yeah, it's kind of cool. Like the way they're styled with the round caution decals around them. Gives it that nice roundy edge, which is actually really cool. Wish there was some alternative decals for doing these kinds of shapes, or maybe a white line that was doing the same thing, kind of thing. So you could do like roundy edges or even angled edges would be really, really cool. That'd be neat to see the decal section expand out for a lot of like modular parts that would fit together decal wise. So very similar to that, no blocks, but just 2D and flat. So over here we've got some tech stuff. I was kind of looking in here to start trying to see if there was a farm or something, but no, it looks, I don't think there is. I think that's just all decorative, actually. Obviously, a lot of room for parts, you know, if you wanted to add some more turbines, if it doesn't already have them all. It might. I don't know. I know it has the 4 medium turbines in the ship. We'll see what else is there. So this kind of just loops right around. So I'm kind of doing a big circle here, I think, coming down the other side. But this is not the where the module bays are. So that's going to be on a deck below here. We would access those. But even off the side over here, yeah, just a lot of tech stuff. But yeah, then you got your functional parts here of 4 medium plasma turbines, which basically create residual power for the ship. They work a lot like the solar panels did in the game, except, you know, they don't need sunlight. They just, you know, if you're in your build, they generate power, but they will not start working unless you already have some kind of power generator in your ship. So just keep that in mind. If you slap in one of those and you don't have a regular generator, they won't turn on and you won't get residual power. So yeah, let's just get it. Kind of is looping around here. So did I just walk by that? Yeah, I think that's a warp drive. I think I just passed right by this room here. Yeah, warp drive's in there. Cool. So yeah, and that's got a nice skylight up over there and a micro jump drive, which is hold on. I don't know if that's actually there. Oh, there's glass in front. Hold on, I'm going to just cheat and go into God mode. I just want to make sure that is the Pentaxi tank. It says micro jump drive here, but maybe it's just a upgrade location for it. I bet you that's the deal. That's why it's got the LCD there. So I don't actually see it installed on the ship. That's what kind of what I was looking for there. But cool, yeah, got cool displays in the way the layout's working on the ship here. And then this kind of, we looped all the way around to the big front bridge area. Let's go down a deck. Let's put a 2. So over here, it looks like we've got a fuel and oxygen storage area off from that side of the elevator. I think that's it on 2. So then I think we go all the way down to the, probably the main deck. Wow, that's big old chunk of glass on the front here too. Looks like we got a boarding ramp on the front of the ship. I got this flying in the air right now, so obviously that's not gonna connect to the ground until it's landed. But that's very cool. Big old boarding ramp with big old glass front area on it, and we got hallways going everywhere. Let's go to the upgrade room here. Okay, so a lot of room for upgrades. I just want to see if we have an info LCD or something going on here. I'm going to turn on some things randomly anyway. Just so, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what all this stuff does yet, but so yeah. Yeah, add upgrades to your heart's content in here. A lot of room, whatever size, shape. The only thing I don't think you could fit in this room is the large fusion reactor, because it would need to be 5 blocks tall. But I think every other part in the game would fit in there that you would ever use for upgrades. And we do, and over here it looks like this side has that fusion reactor thing covered. So we've got a small fusion reactor in there now, but it looks like it's got the room to put in the big 5x5x5 one there. And here we got some large plasma turbines. I was kind of expecting to find those in the ship here somewhere, and I think that's a great idea for a base style CV going through the galaxy. I mean, unless you want to just keep on processing fuel all the time, having a lot of turbines on board your build will seriously reduce your fuel costs. May not completely eliminate them if you're in motion, but if you're parked somewhere, you know, I went out with all the kind of turbine action in this build that it may not use any fuel at all. Maybe when you're flying around, it'll use some fuel, but that's about it. So that's cool. So a lot of room for the big parts here, plus a big fusion reactor. Let's go down this hallway here. That's quite a hallway. So we've got rooms all over the place. Okay, here's our module bay entries. So I think it was module bay 3 is the one that was parked at. So 5. Okay, so it should be the next one here. So here. There we are. All right, so I've got that module parked out there. The great thing about modules too is, like, I flew this ship in and parked it here, but like when I'm walking through the main ship, it's like appears directly connected to it. It's docked to it, so when you move your main ship, it'll take the module with it. But that's really cool. And then you can detach the module or put in different modules for different functions. Like this particular one was basically set up to, if you loaded a vehicle or something on here, you would be able to fly down to planet surface. This door opens up here, and then you can go out and deploy onto the surface with a vehicle. So that's kind of how this is set up, and it looks like it has all its functional parts kind of on the back wall over here, including the core, a couple generators. It looks like this even has, probably has a shield on it too. While I'm looking at the module here, I just want to check out the specs on the individual module. So this is the NFE2 DropHangar. And so here's our specs on our motions on this particular piece. Check, it does have 1 RCS in it, 2 hour 36 minute build time. It actually has some defenses too, drone defense I would say, plus a long range radar built in. So it's definitely set up to do excursions on the planet. And also, it's kind of looking like this also has turbines installed, because I'm looking at the power consumption at negative 409, which is pretty significant actually. When it's parked here, and it is on obviously. So yeah, this also has residual power built into it. So I mean, the whole setup is really designed not to use a lot of power, or a lot of fuel I should say, which is very, very cool. So yeah, that would be that module there. And I'm kind of just showing the that module with the ship together, and there's quite a few more modules for it too that are listed in the blueprint description area. So, all right, so this is pretty interesting. So we know there's a big hangar up above there that I actually didn't physically walk into yet, but I didn't realize there was another hangar down below here too. That's cool. It's got, I kind of like how that ceiling is set up with the colors and the texture lights in there. I don't know, for some reason that just gives me this weird, like Star Wars like vibe or something like that. Just the feel of it with the texturing and the color and things like that. Wow, gray. a lot of gray in Star Wars stuff. But yeah, that's cool. And a couple big old bays over here. Looks like using a outer blast door plus a force field to keep the oxygen all in here. And I always believe that blast doors should technically block oxygen, or be like an oxygen barrier as well, but they are not. Oxygen will flow through a blast door. And it's kind of cool too, so you can like kind of look out here and see the module bays going down either side of the ship here. All right, so I'm thinking there's more stuff too. Just a quick jaunt over this way. Okay, so I'm probably going to be pretty symmetrical on this particular deck due to the module bays and everything like that. And obviously, 8 module bays. I'm going to cheat a little bit to save time. I'm going to go up through the floor here. I really wanted to check out the rear hangar and maybe see if there's any other hallways and pathways off from here, which there certainly is. So that's a pretty good sized hangar bay back over here too. Plus, I mean, you got the other one below. And of course, this kind of ship, you got a massive flight deck up top to park big things. CVs, your combat CVs, other CVs, just a lot of places to put stuff. And let's see, let's go back up to 3. Okay, so we've been up here, and I think we've been down here too. Yeah, and this is that secondary hangar space. So I believe, I'm not 100% sure, could have missed a room somewhere, but I think that would cover a lot of it. Let me, yeah, okay, so it looks like I would have to kind of walk around here to get to a different deck. Yeah, very, very cool ship though. It's like the layouts. It's easy to follow. 8 module bays, 2 pretty large hangars, and a massive docking flight deck area, plus a lot of residual power with the turbines installed. There could be some other turbines in place too. Obviously, I think I've physically seen 4 medium and 3 large, but there could be more. Actually, 4 large. Yeah, here's your last one, kind of behind the other ones there. Maybe somewhere on the ship it has the small ones too. I'm not sure, but the small ones don't really compete with the larger ones very, very well. with the amount of power they make and things like that. All right. Well, anyway, let's look at some numbers here. So, unlock level 25, size class 17. I don't think I have the thrusters on. Let's try that again. All right. So, 77 forward, 26 strafing, 77 lift, 51 reverse, and 26 down. A lot of fuel tanks in here. 52 fuel tanks, 24 oxygen tanks. Does have drone defense. Mostly or entirely actually done with a lot of sentry guns. Plus our long-range radar array. 18-hour and 26-minute build time. Does require 4 quantum processors, which will probably indicate this is a Core 9 build. So 900,000 CPU, yeah, this would be a Core 9. Reports even 2 specs. And there's a verification there. Just want to check on the, let me sort that. Just want to see what kind of warp drive it had. The advanced 60 light year warp drive, which is also really cool. Yeah, on a build like this, I wouldn't put in a 30 light year warp drive either. Don't like them. These cost more. They unlock at, I think, a little higher level, but yeah, that's it. Big difference. Big difference there. It does have a shield built in, 6009 on stock shield hit points. Storage on here. I'll take a look at the specs on that module too. See what that. I don't think that one's doing storage and stuff due to its dropship nature. Very nicely color-coded and organized storage setup in here. That's cool. Well, it looks like, yeah, we got a lot of 640K bays on here for fuels and blocks and constructors. And, yeah, there's some that are 320, but, yeah, most of these are, wow, there's a lot. 640K bays here. One thing I was kind of, wow. So, what were they? 1, 2, 3, 4, like, 8, 12, 16. It's like a, I don't know, I think like 20 640K bays plus some other things. Like 640K others. Yeah, so yeah, no problem with storage built into it. However, I'm pretty sure the author has a modules that also do more storage. So if you fill all that up and you need more space, you got 8 module bays, and you can add a ton of storage that way, which is really, really cool. Let's just take a look at this module, too. I didn't really check out its, well, actually, it's, if it has storage. I don't know if it has storage or not. It's not, but it does. It certainly does. Quite a lot, actually. 454K storage bay, plus it's got its ammo bay. Now, that's something on the main ship. I would just want to look at this again. Real quick here to see if what it had for ammo storage on here. I guess I didn't actually look for that. Oh, ammo capsule, is that an ammo bay? This might be an ammo bay. It's hard to tell sometimes, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's, would have ammo. It obviously has a lot of sentry guns. You're gonna need an ammo box. Maybe it's just renamed like that there. But it's not a big bay. I mean, well, not like a 320K ammo bay or a couple of them like that. It wouldn't need it, not especially for sentry gun ammo. Is very lightweight. Doesn't take much room to store a lot of it. So that is cool. So anyway, yeah, both these builds here, they're kind of together, and there is many more accessory modules and whatnot for this build too. Also listed in the description. So again, this is the NFE Spaceport CruiserCarrier by EderSouza. And the module bay that I did bring in is the NFE Mod DropHangar by EderSouza. So yeah, very, very cool builds here. Yeah, and even this thing, this has got long range radar on it too, so that's cool. So everything's really set up for warping, at least 60 light years, residual power. Yeah, very, very cool build. All right, let me power off this whole rig over here, and then we're gonna look at another one. So that's kind of unusual thing. I mean, you don't see that many of these ships built. I mean, I've seen a few though. But here's another one. Different author, different setup, and a lot of modules and other accessories for this one as well. So this is, I think I got my name right there. yeah, this is the multi V13 Commando class plus by Wimpoman. By Wimpoman. There's another module or another accessory build I have kind of attached to this one that goes with it as well. I don't know if I got it in the right place, so I don't think I do. A little different here. So yeah, this is another like a big old carrier. This one's different though. It's not really a module carrier. I believe on this one, the accessory builds to it are kind of all unique, I think. Where they're, it's not like a rectangle predefined module bay kind of thing. It's more custom fit for this particular build. Very, very cool build. So on the front here, it looks like we got, wow, this thing's got a massive hangar inside. Yeah, so these are, blast doors going into, obviously, a very, very large hangar. Looks like it might go to the whole length of the ship or close to that. Yeah, that's gonna be neat to check out. Really dig all this this glasswork on the front, and you can see they line up to a lot of like different floors on the inside there with a lot of stuff. Wow, this is gonna be a neat one to explore. It looks like there's a lot going on in there. That's cool. I don't want to give too much away until I walk the interior, but I love how the windows line up to see all that stuff in there. It really gives it some makes it feel good, It just it's neat. That's neat. The other build was doing that too with the glass windows, seeing like the tech parts and things like that, which is really, really cool. And wow, that doesn't stop. There are windows peering in a lot of places on this ship, and it looks like it got a lot going on in there too. Yeah, that's cool. And this thing, by the way, it's big. It's no small ship. I don't know the size class right now, but I mean that one. This one I think was 17. So we'll see. This one looks like it's going to be higher than that. It looks really detailed too, I gotta say. Yeah, that's cool. Look at the glass here, and you can see like a twin elevator design, at least down on the bottom area. Wow. Yeah, there's going to be some interior exploring on this one. Oh, wow, look at this. So, oh, yeah, it's using kind of I think these are, LCDs here, doing this projection coming into this big old hangar. Yeah, wow. Yeah, that is a massive hangar, too. Look at all the decks on this. And then getting up to the top side here. Now here, I don't have this. I highly doubt I have this in the right spot. But this was one of the accessory builds to it, which is the MULTV-07 Argentavis MPTC with cargo module by Wimpoman. So this is one of them. And again, there's quite a few. And I don't think they were like one specific size or design. They're different and meant to go different places. Again, I don't think I have that in the right spot, but it looked kind of cool there. And that's a cool looking SV. It looks like too, kind of almost like a more of a docking transport SV. Yeah, that's nice too. I'll come back to that. We'll take a look at that in a little more depth soon. But holy smokes. Yeah, look at it from a distance there. You kind of get the idea. Big old ship. Now on the top again too. I do like the some of the color changes, block work, thin block, and different shapes going on in here. Quite the big old LCD on the front here too. And so yeah, I noticed that with the actual name of the ship too. It will have it set up just like this on the inside. Well, in the P menu. And it says enter your ship name here. So basically it's meant for, when you sub this off the workshop, you get to name your own ship how you want to name it. And it's kind of set up for that. It's a neat option. It really is. So this one does have some bigger weapons on it too. I wouldn't say big weapons, but definitely quite a lot of drone coverage. I wouldn't think it would be set up for assaulting enemy ships or anything like that. But, depending on the target, looks like you can kind of pull some of that off because we do have some offensive weapons on here. Well, it definitely has a lot of guns up on the front side of the ship. So it kind of looks like it's set up to do some damage to some enemy ships as well, which is cool. I don't see like the big heavy launchers and stuff. I wouldn't expect it to have those, but a lot of turrets for sure. All right. Well, anyway, let's get aboard here. I'm going to come in through the rear hangar, I think. How about the lower rear hangar? There's a couple of them. And yeah, and I say rear hangar. It's front and rear all in one. It is a massive hangar. Look at the lighting in here. In fact, I think on the last build I didn't adjust the lights, did I? Oh, I suck. That's like my golden rule I always try to do, and I think I totally forgot about it. Sorry about that. So I did lower the lights down. I think it's dark outside now. Yeah, definitely dark. Okay. So basically, this is what it would look like in space, more or less, which is where you probably have the ship most of the time. Maybe. Internal speed. Oh, it's got a speed limit sign. That's cool. Yeah, well, if it's HV, I don't think you have to worry about it. They well, in space at least, they're pretty slow, but yeah, SVs, you get in trouble if you come flying in here like you're in Top Gun or something like that. Yeah, I can see like the mezzanine, well, I would say balcony off to the side or going along the hangar there. A lot of stuff to look at with the blocks. There's this angular setup going through the ceiling at a 22.5 degree angle. Pretty interesting how that's set up. And you can see, yeah, the color differences. Using a lot of like lighting to create this effect here too. Actual lights. Definitely don't go faster than 15 MPS there. Remember, what is MPS? Meters per second, maybe? That's probably it. Okay, so obviously some big lift elevator. Well, some big elevators. Quite a few of them going up to the next deck above. But holy crap! You got a lot of room to park stuff in here. And these doors are pretty big too. So, I mean, you could bring in smaller CVs and things like that and park them in this giant hangar bay as well. Which is, yeah, very, very cool. I like the framework in here too. With these like pillar beams and stuff like that in here. Just makes it look snazzier. Okay, so it looks like this is pretty uniform. I didn't see any like production equipment down in here or anything like that. Kind of wondering if there was going to be some here, or probably on the. I'm sure it has it, probably just in a different location. I'm going to go to the rear elevator here. Oh, actually, I better. Okay, so yeah, I already seen that. That's just the side of the hangars there. Let's go up to here. Yeah, it's just always neat when you're building these things and you got like catwalks and things like that, kind of overlooking like big rooms and stuff like that, or peering down into a hangar and stuff like that. It does add more detail to the build. I mean, if this was just all walled off in here, it would be kind of, well, I'm not saying it would be that way. It depends how it was detailed, but I'm just saying you would lose all those really snazzy visuals, seeing the hangar bay and everything. And I actually need more block work to pull off the design, so or more material costs. So looks like we got a bathroom over here. Oh, well, this is a scary bathroom. Oh, yeah. You're gonna go. You're gonna do it in the dark. Get out your flashlight. It's probably the outer extent of a sensor light sensor range. That can create some weird issues where you can't drag out your sensor range as far as you need to give solid light. So it looks like the front's cut off there a little bit from light. Oh no, that's it. Trash the whole thing. I'm kidding. Oh, that's totally cool. I'm cheating. I'm throwing on God mode here. I just wanted to fly across the other side here a second. I do like, yeah, this is kind of like a cafeteria area. Like the kind of Art Deco light design in here. That is pretty cool. These are, yeah, I think most of these have actually real lights in there too. That's why it's probably so bright in here. But yeah, very cool. Kind of a more of a yellow tint over here versus your more of a light blue tint on the other part, or cyan. And this looks like it's going to walk all the way up there. I'm going to go into God mode so I can go a little faster here. Just want to get to the front section. But yeah, it's so cool. Seeing all that down there. Alright, so we got all kinds of stuff over here. Drop cruise ready room. Very detailed. I mean, everything's really, really snazzy in here. Oh yeah, bigger versions of the Art Deco lights in the back. That looks nice. The ceiling, yeah, is a block and a half. And actually, when building, I kind of realized that, you know, for a normal room, we're not talking a hangar or something with a big tall ceiling, but for a normal room space on a CV, this is probably my favorite height. It just feels more proportional. You know, I've seen, you know, a lot of things where it goes up a full 2 blocks or 3 blocks, and then it seems like this, you know, unless it's an engineering room or a hangar or something like that, it seems like it's just like, why would you do that? If you're building a spaceship, why would you waste so much room of airspace above your head, you know? So at this, using like half blocks for your flooring from the next deck, and then some of them come down to, you know, only 1 block up. It feels about as proportional as you can get it for a CV, I think, for like your average interior room space. However, by doing all this, especially if you got a large design, in separating floors like this, it will ramp your size class up because you're just higher density of detail and things like that, I guess, in the interior space. But we got a pool table over here on a CV. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. No, I don't see any pockets, though. No, I'm kidding. You know how hard it's with SVs, it is easier to build like furniture deco items because your blocks are a quarter the size as what they are in CV. So it's very hard to do much of that kind of thing on a CV block scale. But yeah, the author did it really good with the LCD kind of dialing that in there too. Yep. Very interesting. Like kind of like digital pool. I mean, that's cool. Space age pool. So over here we got a it's just a thing. I was curious if that was an ATM or something. Now I think I feel like I'm gonna get lost a little bit. I'm just gonna backtrack a little bit through here. And oh my, okay, there's a lot of bit through here. It's not a little bit, is there? No. So yeah, locker room, that looks cool. So again, you know, it feels right. It feels immersive. Feels the scaling and everything is proportionate on the interior space. Yeah, I'm gonna still get lost. This is just one. I know this ship has a lot of decks to it too, so it's a big one. So over here, what do we got? Oh, big old training room. Oh, I like. Yeah, that's neat. But you got a lot of room too. You know, even in Reforging 2, which has got more parts than, you know, vanilla. But, you know, in a larger build, you're just going to run out of, you know, rooms for specific in-game parts. And you're going to have to kind of, you know, if you really want to decorate your interior, you're going to have to come up with some, what I would call, you know, fluff rooms. But yeah, I mean, this has some function if you want to move around a whole lot of players with you. But, yeah, they're definitely fun. I got a lot of ships with fluff rooms. Especially the larger. The bigger they get, the more fluff they get, basically. Oh, wow. I didn't even know the ship went this direction. Yeah, I guess it does. Yeah, this thing's... I guess I was in the center area. Wow, this certainly looks like a big part upgrade room, I think. Or, well, no, not really. It's like more like a hangar design over here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, these are hangar based, not a part upgrade room. It looks really cool though. Again, it's kind of has the same kind of ceiling decor as the large hangar space. Oh wow. Oh, that's glass right there. Okay. I was wondering if that was a staircase going down there. So I'm just kind of wandering around randomly at this point in time. I was going to try to follow like some kind of thing, but it's too big of a ship. There's too many places. Deck 7. Oh, deck 7. Oh boy. Shuttle bay drop, port drop crew briefing room. We did see that. I believe that was that big room we've seen. It looks like there's a port and starboard versions of those rooms there. Okay, so this is deck section 1. That goes to deck 6. So 6, okay. And that's going to go to deck 5. Okay, so we just went up a deck. Oop. And looks like we got a recovery ward over here. Well, that looks neat. I like the color differences in this area. Again, using the same design light fixtures. It's really cool. Kind of blends in with the rest of the ship. But yeah, the colors are way different in here. That's neat too. Large builds like that, I mean, kind of mix up some rooms like this. You know, like this area's got a particular color set up to it, and you know, your main areas have a different color set up to it. Just adds variety when you're walking through. It's neat. As opposed to seeing like everything kind of looking like the same style, even if it's a really nice style and you like it. But on a really large build, if you don't break it up a little bit with some other stuff, it gets kind of monotonous. I've done builds kind of monotonous like that too, where I was following one particular theme throughout the entire course of the ship, or pretty much, and it gets kind of old, even if you like the theme. I'm not sure. Oh, that's a light. Okay. So yeah, some storage boxes in here. Emergency care track. Oh wow, okay. This looks like okay, this is like big time medical facility over here. Okay, so we've got multiples of so you could have a couple players with broken legs at the same time getting fixed up. Double everything in this one. Large school one. Oh, look at that. Just cloned. Remember? Oh. Oh. Just cloned. Yeah. This is probably when I play in a game, I would end up over here reading that sign quite a bit. I think just cloned. Yep. Yeah, it's just cloned again. I'm on life like 49 now, and now I'm gonna go get my backpack and die getting it again. Autopsy room. Oh boy. Yeah, I got to figure out how you died too. Was it Xerox sniper, or was it deadly gas, or did you just die of diarrhea? Sorry, have a little fun with the medical conditions in the game. I've died from all of them, I think. All the dermal stuff and the other stuff. Yeah, it's all killed me at one point in time. I'm lost. I don't know where I'm at. What is this room, and why isn't the light on? Do we got a switch? Maintenance. Light fixture not working. No, I'm kidding. Maybe I need to come. It's probably a sensor range thing. Oh wait, no, no. I think there is a light switch. There is a light switch. Look at that. Okay. So my question was answered. I asked, is there a light switch? Yes, there is. I mean, when you get builds this big too, I mean, they do actually feel like kind of like, a lifelike, large spaceship. It's just it's big. There's a lot going on in here. This is still kind of in the medical area. I mean, all this stuff, like this whole It's like I wouldn't call it a medical bay. It's got like a full blown hospital built into the ship here. But it's just called a sick bay, a big sick bay. Oh God, where am I now? Okay, now I know it's a lot of work, and I've never done it myself. But if you had one of those like little signs here with like a map of the ship and it says "You are here," that would be kind of neat. Again, I might just have a good old time here. It is fun exploring these kinds of just big builds with lots of stuff going on. You got a Citadel deck, it looks like. Okay, so I don't think I've even seen all of this deck, but I kind of want to get to so many decks. I kind of... Yeah. No, I didn't see this deck very much at all. Wow, look at this. I better check out all the decks. So we've got a, looks like a boxing ring, or maybe not boxing, maybe, yeah, probably more of a martial arts ring. I think these are like punching bags. We got here, we've got, oh, look at that. We got like a jumping, you know, swing over here, jump on the leads course and time yourself. Who gets through the course the fastest? Oh yeah, we even got the climbing things over here. Wow. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I've never seen that. I have seen once, I think once. It wasn't built by me, but it was in one of my builds. Some form of like a boxing ring. But I have not seen like the obstacle course here ever in a build before. So that I think that is the first. Or have I ever seen punching bags in a build before? That's what's cool about looking at the builds from week to week. You just see so many neat ideas. I don't think there's ever been a week that I haven't seen something new that I've never seen done before. I think it's, or whether it's a combination of blocks or, you know, something like what we just looked at, like the obstacle course, or obviously this whole gymnasium over here. Yeah, it's just, it kind of looks like a school gym. You know, like you could, it's got some lines and stuff there, but you could, depending on what you're doing in gym class at the time, it's ready to do whatever. You know, whether it's basketball or some form of soccer or whatever. Very, very cool. And again, really nice. A lot of attention to detail with the texturing and throughout the build here. Company command office. I guess got the ship name again. So yeah, you're definitely gonna have to go around and adjust some LCDs once you come up with the name of your ship. There's the light switch. Yeah, I'm keeping my eye out for light switches now. There might be light switches in some of the other dark areas that I've been into too. I didn't notice those. Seems to be the trend here. Wow. So yeah, this whole deck here is definitely about. Man, This deck is massive. I keep on thinking, wow, I've been on this deck for probably a good 10 minutes already, and it just keeps going, and there's just more. And that's just one deck, and there's like another probably 5 decks to look at. I was wondering if some of these were doors or not. I don't think so. That's just a window there. You got a force field here, kind of a different air zone. Oh, I like that's a nice looking LCD. Yeah, kind of the, it's got the background color there like that. That looks cool. It's giving me ideas on how you could do some different kind of decorations on the interior. If you were willing to run a lot of LCDs, you could actually kind of do some special custom coloring of some parts of walls and things like that. That's cool. So we're actually, I think I'm just totally disoriented. So that would be, yeah, we're kind of probably in the center area of the ship, actually. Again, I'm pretty lost. I am pretty lost. I'm not even sure which way is the front of the ship or the back of the ship or the side of the ship anymore. Oh, Thank you. Thank you, author. Appreciate it. So, yeah, there we go. That's the back of the ship. That's the front of the ship. That's a good thing there's a sign there because it is, you know, you get lost. My God. So, you know, I would kind of recommend people because I don't think I'll be able to check out every area of this ship. It's too massive. It is just too big. Take a long time. It's just wild too. I mean, the STBD reactor room. Yeah, we got some generators in there. That's cool. Again, with me too, I always like, you know, when you got your big parts that you got a place for your ship, generators, things like that, it is always cool if you could find some way to display those and, you know, and do the block work around it to make it look like it's, you know, part of the ship and stuff like that. That doesn't always work, especially for upgrade rooms and things like that, but it is neat when you can pull that off. And holy crap, this, jeez, look at this area. Where did this come from? I'm still on that one deck over there. Oh, this even has its own internal catwalks inside the room here. That's cool. Definitely looks like an engineering section. And we've got our main shield right there. Warp drive over there. Like a big, cool looking storage controller. Yeah, I like the block work around that. That's pretty neat. More, some generators. We got some internal protection against bad guys. Port heater room. Oh, I am so lost. But I do know where the front and the back of the ship are. Well, or left and right. Yep. Okay, I've seen that hallway. I remember the angled cut-ins here. This is obviously going to a fuel room. I don't think I actually walked into it. But yeah, it's a massive. It's a big room too. I like the piping there. Oh, and that's not all. You got the O2 store area over here. Oh, man. Got all the information here. Messing deck, Citadel deck. I think I've been on the Citadel deck. There's obviously a lot of stuff, but I didn't see all the stuff here. I did see the gym. Did not see the brig, I don't think, or the armory. Decks 5, deck 6, 3. So that goes up. Oh, I apologize, but yeah, should I? Okay, let's take. See, I think I came down from here. Deck 5. Did I see this deck before? I don't think so. Yeah, this is new too. Oh yeah, look at that. You put in your names. Oh, very, 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 very cool. So obviously, crew section here. Nameplates on the crew rooms. That's got to be a light switch, right? I don't know what that did. I'm sure something. Birthing. Oh. Hold on. Maybe that's what that does. Yeah. Oh, maybe not. No, light stops there. But yeah, we got bathroom, toilet. Yep. And shower. Nope, 2 toilets. Oh, okay. Here's the shower room. Wow, it's a shower room, all right. Holy smokes! All right. That's another way into there. And okay, another room there. Jeez. Well, guys, I think you're gonna have to just grab this ship off the workshop and take a tour on it. Holy smokes! Again. Oh, there's a light for this room here. There's so much to see on this ship. Here I'm gonna god mode around a little bit here. As of just to get a sample of some of the different deck areas. Here's yet another deck, I think. Yeah, the O2 store, or maybe was I on this deck? I might have been on that deck. And then our hangars below, so let's go upward. Or maybe there's only. Oh, wait, whoa. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there is a hangar below. That was right. But there's a hangar above too. Where did this come from? How does it even fit in the ship? Holy crap. Did I miss this one? How do you miss a room space that's like a quarter of a mile long? I mean, come on. Wow. Okay, so we've got another hangar, and yeah, this would kind of go to the big blast doors on the top of the ship, so you can kind of park from above into this hangar space, which is again no joke. Yeah, this thing is definitely a like, God, I wonder how this the scaling on the ship would work to an actual like big old aircraft carrier or something like that. Does it go? It goes down below that yet? Holy smokes! Oh, I might have to have 4. Yeah, I'm glad there's signs like that. You know, you wouldn't think you would need that, but you kind of do. You kind of do. Like it's just so massive on the inside of the ship that you need directional stuff to get around. And I might have like went back to, yeah, we're in the messing deck right now. There's all those things there. Holy crap. All right. Well, anyway, all right. I'm going to have to look at some stats here. There's a lot more of this ship to see. There is. Let me get the lights back on here a second. And let's take a look at some numbers on the ship. And I do want to kind of swing back to check. Oh, man, I didn't even look at the bridge. Hold on. That's cool. Cool looking LCDs there. These are actually like legit pilot seats there too, but obviously we got our captain's seat right there. A little protection with a sentry gun built in there too. Commando class orbital assault ship construction project. Wow. Special match. Oh, what? Me? Salusticor, NMK 111, spans. Oh, very, very, very cool. Yeah, well, yeah. Neat. I didn't realize that. Man, there's a lot to see in this ship. That's cool too. What the heck? This like a hologram like projector kind of thing going on here. Even though it's just an LCD, but that looks really neat the way it's pushed forward away from the wall, but a uniform like frame built into the wall behind there. Holy. Wow, look at the ship directory. And straight up, I mean, all these LCDs, if you made any, like, try to make pretty LCDs, you can do it. But it's, it's not exactly a great LCD interface to do it. Often can be kind of problematic, especially if you're trying to do fancy little shape things and stuff. And it's just a lot of work to do all of this stuff. So, I mean, I would definitely say that this build was, I bet you far over 100 hours into this build. And again, I haven't even seen all of it yet. But wow, that it is cool. It is cool. It is lightning to see these kinds of builds. The author put their heart and soul into it for a long time. It's an endurance battle too. I'm sure when the author got about, I don't know, a third of the way building the, especially the interior space, they're like, oh my God, look at all this stuff I got to do yet. But, and the author probably got sick of working on it before it was done. That happens to me quite a bit. But it's done, and here it is. And it's like, wow, it's quite an achievement. All right, so anyway, let's look at numbers here. Oh, I didn't realize it was that big. Wow. In my head, I was thinking that this is probably going to get into the 50s with size class. It's 120. Wow, okay, so I got the thrusters off too, so let me turn them on. And just so we got the thruster speeds and all that stuff too. So yeah, wow. Size class 120. One of the biggest builds I've ever looked at. There was some other build or two that I think were up there too that I've looked at in the past, but yeah, but fully laid out and detailed with high level of detail on the inside. Those other ships weren't. So this I mean, they had areas that were that way, but I mean, yeah. Anyway, I think even when I said well over 100 hours, I think that's lowballing it actually on the build time on this. 18 forward, 9 strafing, 13 lift, 13 reverse and 13 down, 61 fuel tanks, 86 oxygen tanks, a lot of Gatling turrets, flak turrets, some sentry guns in the mix, even a 4-pack of laser turrets on here. Now again, although the name like a more of a battle cruiser kind of thing, I don't really think it's like it's a combat type of ship. It's a little big for that, but it certainly can. You could pick on some spaceships out there with the amount of turrets and stuff on here. 36-hour, 48-minute build time. It's actually not as bad as like you'd think it would be for this size of a build on the actual build time. And honestly, despite how crazy this ship is, I'm not even seeing the usage of quantum processors in here. And it's actually quite simplistic on its resource build or costs or materials used. CPU wise, it's yeah, it uses quite a bit of CPU. It looks like based on the way it is, it's not playing the CPU game. I don't think. Oh, and this is all sorted too. I want to look at the core setup on here. Well, we already know it was 200. It was basically it's just got the main core in it. It does not have any additional CPU blocks in the build, which is fine. I mean, if you're going to build something like this, it's rare that it's going to try to play nice with anything. So that is cool. That is cool. All right, so yeah, just looking in here. Look at all the sorting done to the device managers too. This is not your normal look on it. That's kind of why I didn't want to sort it, but I will real quick, just so I can see. Oh my goodness. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, did I just crash the game here? Please don't auto group. Jeez. I'm like, okay, auto group. I think I crashed the game. Hold on. No, it came back. It came back to life. Okay, there's a lot here to sort. And it's probably why the author said, please don't sort the Okay, I got it now. Anyway, but it's yeah. I'm not. I'm gonna get out of there before Imperial blows up here. Oh wow, I didn't like something. Now I'm like, okay, so I lost some serious FPS here. Oh well, I tell you what. Here I'm gonna try to look at the storage in this condition. A minute, but yeah, I invoked some kind of something, some kind of something with that sort, and the game is not happy right now. All right, so here is the storage. They're all labeled. Look at that. They're all labeled. They even need kind of like sub-labeled because you got. Oh, jeez. Wow. I don't know how much storage this ship has. It would take a while to figure that out, I think. But we can look at the main ones up here, and yeah, 320s and 320s. Looks like this is set up to operate in vanilla. I would say too. Although I'm looking at an RE2, doesn't look like it would have problems with being a vanilla build. I should look at the description. It may be for vanilla. But okay, so anyway, yeah, there's a mix of storage in here. Some are 320s, some are others. But there's a lot of them. Kind of as expected. There's a lot of everything. There's a lot of everything. So yeah, very very cool there. Okay, so I do. Oh, okay. Here, I'm gonna pause this video real quick and restart my session. My frame rate is pretty much destroyed at this moment. I'll be 1 sec. Okay, all restarted now here. Well, anyway, that amazing ship here. Let's look at the smaller build here. One of them. Just want to check this out here too before we move on. And yeah, this looks really really cool too. It looks. I look at all that LCD work up there. So yeah, this certainly looks like a crew transport ship, maybe, or just a transport ship in general. Definitely looks nice. Like the wing design, kind of looks like it would be yeah, like kind of like these would be more like a drone type of flying setup there for well, in this case, rocket engines, but you know, what it probably was meant to have. Cool LCD there. Yeah, this looks nice too. So I'm gonna jump on board on this one here a second, maybe, or I'm gonna get stuck in the ramp. Okay, hold on. There we go. Let me adjust the lights here too. I don't know. Yeah, the configuration of this anything on this ship here. So we're definitely seeing a kind of a cool storage controller interface. You can see some cargo extensions right along the bottom there, but some boxes mixed into it. Kind of looks like it. I had a second look at it to. It almost looks like the backside of a, I don't know, constructor or some other part in the game, something like that. But it's not. It's all individual parts made to look that way. And look at that! Wow, this thing tells you everything. Jeez. Use turn on shields. We've got some different information. Please only use weapon shield device group shortcut. Control plus shift plus 3. Hold on. Didn't I do something like that? Oh, I don't think my keyboard maps are set up. I ended up with this, or maybe I don't have the right stuff in here, like how I got it set up. Okay, so yeah, it looks like the ship back over there. Hold on. How does this work in here? Oh wow. Okay, so we do have. Oh, this thing is just loaded up with all kinds of stuff back there. For some reason, I thought there was going to be like a walkway back there, but there is not. I don't think. Oh, wait, maybe on this side. Nope. No, yeah, this is all about storage. These are like the storage bays. Those are the interfaces for them. We've seen one from the cockpit area, and then I think, yeah, it's kind of going back that way. So, yeah, basically, I'm expecting this ship to have quite a lot of storage on it, I think is going to be its deal. Yeah, I parked this badly, didn't I? Look at that. I didn't realize I had so many landing gear and stuff. I was kind of like lined up on this platform in the back, which is actually the repair bay. So I kind of parked this on a repair platform here. I don't know if there's enough room in the ship to fit this, though. I'm kidding. All right. Well, anyway, very, very cool. Very, very cool. Let's take a look at some numbers on this. Unlock level 15, size class 3. 59 forward, 38 strafing, 108 lift, 40 reverse, 34 down. So it does have a lot of lift to it, which is good for a storage SV. 2 hour and 44 minute build time. It might be using plasma thrusters. So yeah, I would say I am looking at it in the right game mode then too, because I don't think vanilla has that. Okay, but it's not doing the CPU thing, which is fine. Again, I've been seeing a good number of ships that are just like, yeah, we don't want to play with a CPU. So, and the CPU is often quite restrictive if you're going for like a real big creative project and things like that too. So yeah, it all depends how you like to play the game. Play it the way you like it. Yeah, 7,612 for our shield strength on here. Now the big thing is how much storage. So what kind of storage do we have on here? So this would be our cargo vessel, and it looks like it's got a lot of storage, kind of all organized the same way as the main ship. Some of these are a lot of boxes, but we've got our main controllers in here, which are 32K. Now 32K for a SV, that's big. In RE2 you can go to 64K, and vanilla I believe 32K is the maximum limit for a storage controller on an SV, or well, that also applies to an HV for small block builds. So yeah, well, basically at least 3 of these, plus we've got this constructor one, which is pretty big too, about 11,000 storage in that one, I think. Yeah, am I getting that right? No, not 11,000, 1,100. Wow. Okay. Anyway, quite a thing to check out. Definitely grab it off the workshop and take a good look at this. And there's a lot more for you to see because I did not see it all. Again, so this is the I don't know. It's probably Maltiv. I think I'll just try to say it as a word rather than the letters. Maltiv 13 Commando class plus by Wimpoman, and the other the SB was the Maltiv 07 Argentavis MPTC. Wait, MPTC with cargo module by Wimpoman. Very, very, very cool builds. Quite the thing. Quite the project. I mean, I got to say, I had a lot of time and effort put into this, and it shows. It shows. And look at the windows. You see, I didn't see all this stuff back over here either. I don't think. My goodness. All right. Well, anyway, next build. Next builds are smaller. Definitely smaller. All right. So, moving on here. Here, let me turn off my light. And we'll get you powered up. So, here we have the UC8 Stinger Mantis by Fumador Gino. Oh, sorry about the name. Fumadorgino. So this certainly looks like it would be. I don't know. It's got kind of the Star Wars vibe going on here. A bit asymmetrical too, where it has this thruster unit. That looks really cool. On one side, and the other side is it doesn't have that. It looks neat with this ship. It really does. It's cool looking hull design here too. Like the color differences with the blue and the white, and then it's kind of more grayish on the underside here. We have the yellow as well, and yeah, really cool block work going on here. I like this whole hull design here. It's with the roundy parts, and it kind of goes into this other section here, and then it kind of goes into your thruster area in the back, which definitely looks very nice too. So this one over here is actually the reverse thruster. We got our main forward thrusters right here, and that really cool like wing on the top of this is pretty big too. It's that goes up there a ways. If this was floating in the water and you had a sail attached to it, it would work. That is cool. Yeah, look at the yeah. This looks like it's got a lot going on the inside here too. I like the side windows in there, using the heavy glass, the SV version. Again, if this was vanilla, you don't have that option to use this glass on a small block build, but you do in Reforged Eden and Reforged Eden 2. Probably some other scenarios as well. But yeah, very nice looking ship. These shapes are cool. And the texturing is backing those shapes up really nicely as well. Yeah, I like that. How the whole thruster housing is all kind of like rounded off there, and then it's using these particular thin angled blocks, which you don't see used too often, but that's working great for these thruster housings. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. Definitely looks like a cool, like Star Wars, like sci-fi ship. All right, so here I'm gonna adjust the lights. We're gonna go take a walk in here. It looks like it's gonna have a pretty detailed interior from what I can tell from the outside here. Oh yeah, very detailed interior. Ooh, this is snazzy. Oh, I like. That's cool. I'm just looking back in this assembly here. So we got a door. Hold on. And then that. Oh, okay. So this was just displaying the shield. Wow. That's neat how the LCD pops in and is triggered with the opening up like the door, which is kind of more shaped like a compartment than a doorway. And then it. Yeah, that's neat. That is really cool. We got a spiffy looking table over here. I never seen that keyboard before. That is like the universal keyboard out there, LCD. I've seen that a lot of times now. I think that was originally built by Crazy Z. Cool looking cockpit bridge area here too. So we got an elevated like pilot seat. Even though these are pilot seats on the sides there too. A couple passenger seats in the back. Yeah, just a lot of detail. Angled framework around the doorway with textured lights that kind of map around with that. Yeah, with SVs and stuff, because of the small block, you like building furniture and stuff. You have a lot more possibilities than what you do with a CV. That's why you don't see too many CVs have some kind of deco furniture out of blocks in them, because they're so big that it doesn't it's hard. You can't do much, but you can do some really cool, interesting things with the smaller blocks, like how this table was made here. Oh, that's cool. So this is like asymmetrical as well, obviously. But that's cool. Like a corner couch assembly with man, this almost looks like a part as well, but it's just LCD and block work. And some cool stuff talking about a cave, and yeah, you have to read that. You have to read that. That's cool the way this is configured, though. We got a little plant there. The plant's even got railings. Nice. And look at all the different colors going on in here, too, with the lighting and the textures. So back over here, it looks like we got our cooking suite. I like how that's set up, too. Again, using kind of like this door setup mechanism here. So we got our food processor, a couple fridges. We got like a farming section. I mean, it's obviously you can't grow legitimately in the game. You can't grow like regular grow plots in a SV, but that is really cool. That is really cool. It looks like kind of realistic too. It just does. Like that's all. Yeah, that's neat. That's neat. And again, this might be a first. I don't think I've seen anything quite like that in another build yet. For an SV build, you know, on doing farming. Oh, we got our coffee. Well, maybe not coffee. Yeah, well, it's got coffee in there. So we can have red, blue, or black coffee. Some unusual coffee colors. But it's space age, you know. It's this is in the future. They came up with new flavors of coffee. Some are red, some are blue. Rest module. F to open. Oh yeah, little sleeping quarters. These almost kind of look like lockers on the side over here too. That's cool. Med. Health module. F to. Wow. Look at that. So we got a seat, we got a box, we got our trauma station, and we got a clone chamber all in this little room facility set up that looks like it's all kind of like one part again. Very, very cool. First module 2. And then we're getting into, it looks like, oh, wow, we got another bed back over here, like a double bed. And then we got our engineering section here with all kinds of things going on. And, well, actually, a constructor. Drive yards, constructor core. That's neat. I do like how when they updated the model for the constructor, you could paint different parts of it different colors, which is really cool because this constructor looks a lot different because of how it's painted. And that is neat having the options for that. And up above, looks like we got a warp drive chilling out up over there. And yeah, we've got another thing too with like Reforged Eden 2, which is well more current than Reforged Eden 1 right now, is these new light fixtures that the main developers added to the game were only allowed to be used on like big block creations, so your CVs or bases, but it allows you to use all those light fixtures and parts on the actual like SVs and HVs in Reforged Eden 2 as well, and Reforged Eden 1 actually. But yeah, so it's just something to know. Basically, I'm saying point in case is you'll be able to do, even if you're going for visuals alone without like function, you would be able to do more with the Reforged Eden scenarios than you could with vanilla. There's just more parts available and stuff like that, so you just got more options, including like the glass that I was pointing out before too, like the heavy glass here, which isn't allowed on vanilla builds. Now, I kind of disagree with vanilla. Those parts, I don't see why they're not allowed to be used on the small block builds. Obviously, they work just fine in practice, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure why you would want to limit that only for CVs and stuff. Just an opinion. Oh, okay, so that just keeps the door open. In case you want, that's cool. This is a really nice ship. Really, really nice, super detailed ship here. And it kind of looks like kind of an all-rounder ship, too. Obviously, it's got some turrets and some means to attack things. So we got a couple fixed weapons up up front here as well. Those are antennas. But mainly, I would say mostly drone defense and things like that. Utility type creation. It does look like, it's almost a ship in SV form meant for you to use as a main ship, and in a lot of ways. I wish that were possible, but unfortunately, at least if you're playing by stock rules, there's just limitations you can't avoid. If you're trying to play the game out of using the SV as your main ship, things it's not going to let you do, like grow food. The constructor in here will not be able to build everything that you would want in the game, and stuff like that. So it does force you to have either a base or a CV. But the idea of having it like a larger SV to tour the galaxy and be able to do everything in would be kind of a fun scenario setup, I think, to try out. It's like rather than having like your big old CV, you're doing it all out of like a SV that's kind of like your home base kind of thing, which is it's a neat alternative way to play it. But yeah, very, very nice. Let's look at the numbers here. So unlock level 25, size class 4, 48 forward, 21 strafing, 30 lift, 36 reverse, 17 down, 17 fuel tanks, 17 oxygen tanks, 2 railguns. Got the 4 light laser turrets and 2 plasma cannons. Advanced detector on here. 2 hour and 38 minute build time using 2 quantum processors. Plant fibers for the plants and stuff like that. CPU wise, it is set for CPU. It is not maxing anything out. So 28,000. It's set to using 27,783 of that. And that would, I'm going to have to sort. That would actually, okay, it is a Core 9. It is a Core 9 build. I was curious about that. That's why it's using those quantum processors in there too. Warp drive, there's only one type, I think, on SVs. Although this does say an advanced warp drive. Is there more than one type for a SV? I didn't realize there was. So jump range AU 48 light years. Oh wait, no, 15 light years. Yeah, that was another limitation of SVs with your warp. If you try to use it as your main ship, at least, is the limited jump range in comparison to what a CV will be able to do. Storage on you. So we got a armor's box. Armor's box. Okay, so yeah, there's a ammo crate. Armor's box. Huh. That's probably a sort box. Quest box. Cards. Oh yeah, there's the trading cards in Reforged 2. That's another thing. I don't know if the game has that or not. Well, we do have our main cargo and our main cargo 1 and 2 at 16K each. Yeah, this one's also a storage controller, the ammo crate. So this may be our ammo controller. And these are sort boxes, all color-coded. Very, very nice. Yeah, very, very cool ship. Again, this is the UCH Stinger Mantis by Fuma Dorgino. I'm trying to say it all as one word this time. I'm totally screwing it up, though. I'm pretty sure. So, very, very nice build. It's super detailed. Cool design, cool shape. Very nice. All right, so next build here. I got this a little out of order, but we're going to show this one first, and I'll go to the other one. So this is the White Cloak Fighter F by Hectic. And this is a nice looking SV. I really like this. So, yeah, kind of like more of a transport utility type of SV again, I would say. But that is some cool looking cool looking ship shape there. A bit unusual, and I really like it. Definitely like the color accents on here as well. Mostly like a light gray design with some darker features and tones to it. But yeah, the red accent colors really bring that forward a lot. That is cool. And look at that wing set up on here. Oh, it's almost like a race car too. It's got like a racing stripe on like the one side of the wing. That's neat. So a couple Gatling guns up front here. Looks like we do have a. It might have more. I don't know what's going on the inside yet, but we do have a standard first-person cockpit right there. We got some bombs we're dropping. Oh, so I was thinking maybe this might have been like some kind of cargo build, but I'm starting to. Cargo ships usually don't drop bombs on people, so I'm thinking this is more of like a bomber type of ship here. And not to mention, I'm not really seeing cargo. It kind of looks like it's kind of speedy for a cargo ship too, just the way it's set up here. We got our main thruster on the back there. I like all the little accents with the textures. This is a really neat setup there with those texture. That particular texture light on that particular surface of that particular block makes almost like a little different design texture. I've used that before too on some builds. It's neat when you can pull it off, but you got to have the right block and rotated the right way, and there's a lot of things that have to work to make that work. Otherwise, the texture normally looks like that. Well, I like the texture lights on the insides over here too. Yeah, cool looking ship. Nice place for the landing gear too. And it keeps the whole center area off from the ground there. So, all right. So flying around, I was kind of looking for like a doorway entrance. I'm still looking. I don't know if I see any. Let me get around top again, see if there's any hatches or something here. Some of these kind of you got to keep your eye out. Some of them they kind of blend in, but I don't think I'm seeing any interior. But we're here. I'm in God mode. I'm gonna fly in here a minute. Let's see. Oh yeah, we definitely got interior. How do we get to this interior? Oh, I still missed it. Oh, it's right in front of my face. Ah, sorry about that. You're probably screaming at your screen. I went out of God mode and got stuck. Hold on. There we go. So, yeah, we do have interior space. The ship looked big enough to certainly have an interior, so I kind of thought it would. And it does. Let's adjust the lights. Oh, that's super detailed in here, too. So, okay, so we got direct cockpit access. It's a nice way to get into those first-person cockpits like that. Just leave, like, some area that you can touch on from behind, and then you could instantly jump into the cockpit from the inside. Yeah, get back in here. Oh yeah. Oh, and those deco parts. I didn't know you could use those on SVs too. So like the new cords and things like that, they're in there. Very, very super detailed interior though. I mean, I'm kind of getting into the a little bit bigger part of the ship. Yeah, nice use of the cargo extension textures there too. That looks good. Railings there. Kind of a side seat, kind of carved out from the side walls of the ship here. We got a trauma station. Looks like the storage controller. Obviously, a couple passenger seats. Pentaxid tank. There's a lot going on in this wall configuration here. Got a fridge, a couple CPU cores. Actually, maybe more than that. We got our Pentaxid tank and Wi-Fi in there as well. Warp drive above. Yeah, very nice, very nice, very detailed on the inside, and yeah, actually quite a bit of space in here, too. Interesting configuration the way this is set up here in the middle, and then of course from the inside you do have direct access to hop in the pilot seat. Of course, the pilot seats don't allow you to exit back out the same way you came in. They will always eject you out the front side there, but that works. It works. Yeah, it looks cool at night too. With the you can kind of see those kind of embedded texture lights more clearly now. All right, let's look at some numbers here. All right, so unlock level 25, size class 2, 54 forward, 52 strafing, 52 lift, 52 reverse, 52 down. Very balanced thrust. I got 4 oxygen tanks, 20 fuel tanks, a lot of fuel storage. 2 heavy bomb launchers. So yeah, definitely a bomber. Yeah, I think that's probably max limit. These are probably use a lot of CPU, I bet. So you can't, if you're running like bomb launchers, you're not running like a whole bunch of other things on there. And then, yeah, again, we're looking at quite a lot of quantum processors used in here, which tends to be the trend with just about every combat type of SV I've seen, unless it was a starter, is like insane amount of CPU core blocks are needed for these. And I don't really agree with it. I think, well, maybe not in this case. So it's the CPU is not actually that high on the ship, 27,760, and that's gonna be, it's still a core 11. Yeah, and that's, and we've still got the 2 quantum extenders in there. God, even at that, the CPU actually looked low. I thought that, you know, as I looked at that, I thought, wow, this maybe this is either core 9 or core 7 or something, and those quantum processors were used for something else, but it does not appear so. Again, it just, yeah. I mean, you got all these guns and weapons out there, but it's like, man, you can't really use any of them unless you got a bunch of, you know, aux or quantum cores around, because they just, the CPU is so high on them versus what you get. But yeah, very, very cool build here. Definitely. Let's look at storage here too. So what do we got here? We got weapons and ammo, 125. Ship turret ammo. Okay, that's probably our main ammo box here. At 8578. And then we got a salvage. Salvage area. Okay, so 10,750 for salvage bay. Loot A, also another one of those 10,750s. Miscellaneous, box, food, medical. So yeah, a good amount of storage. We're looking at over 20K plus ammo, which is, you know, probably about 30K of total storage on the build there, which is, again, good for an SV. All right, very cool build. Again, this is the White Cloak Fighter F by Hectic. Very, very cool looking ship design and everything. And obviously, its primary function in life would be to drop bombs on things. So having the two heavies in there, that'll definitely do it. That might be max part limits for that anyway. Well, like CPU wise, you could never like add more because they're quite expensive CPU wise. All right. So next build, I gotta navigate a little bit. Yes, this one I had to show over by a lake. This is a utility creation. So this is the Coastal Hydroponics by MUPS or MUPS. And basically, this is pretty interesting. It's not what I thought it was, actually. Now that I look at it, I thought this was going to be a setup to put a lot of the water collectors in the water, so you have a nice aisleways and nice, clean, organized format of like harvesting the water or hydrogen, I guess. Either one. But it's not. It's actually like a grow pot setup, which is pretty interesting. And it's obviously, it was meant to go in the water the way I got it, kind of like a dock. But yeah, these are all like concrete grow blocks here. Now, one thing, when I first started playing this game, before I knew anything about this game, before the game had there as many parts and things as it does now, or complexities, the first time I came across a grow plot, I did something. Well, I didn't put it in the water, but I just went outside and I put some grow plots down and I planted some seeds in them, and it did work. So, I mean, there's grow lights, but that's for spaceships. But when you're on a planet that has oxygen, oh, what's that? um, if you're on a planet that has oxygen and everything like that and sunlight, I think the plants do actually work and grow in this setup here. So without the use of grow lights or power, so I don't think this base has any like power. It's got our main core here, but it wouldn't need generators or anything because there's nothing to really turn on there. So I do think this mechanism actually does work in game. However, if your planet doesn't have oxygen or bad with temperatures or things like that, probably not. But on a nice planet, nice temperate planet with oxygen, that should technically work, which is really cool. I haven't seen anything like this actually before either, so this is unusual. Again, when I first looked at it, I thought it was going to be just an organization thing to plant some water collectors and things like that, but it's not. It's a little farm. That is very cool, very very unique. I like the woodworking blockwork over here too. Yeah, using some little intricate shapes there. Yeah, that's neat. That's neat. So yeah, pretty unique idea, really. And yeah, it'd be kind of curious in the modern game if the plants do grow. I think they will though, but I guess I honestly I haven't tried that since Alpha 5 when I first got the game and didn't know what I was doing. But well, there's nothing wrong, if you can have outdoor farms without the grow light thing on places. That's cool. That's cool. I like the option. It's it kind of sucks when you have to enclose everything all the time and have the grow lights at a very specific range from the grow plots and things like that. So yeah, again, this is the Coastal Hydroponics by Mups. I don't know. Better look at the stats here too. Yeah, I figured this was going to be pretty inexpensive. So 10 minute, 27 second build time. It does need the nutrient solution for the grow plots, but other than that, just some basic resources. Not all that many of them. So yeah, very very cool. Very cool build here, and obviously with like, it doesn't use CPU, and I don't think it has any storage. I'll look, but yeah, no, it's not about that. So again, very very cool. Okay, so that was the last build actually. Last thing I wanted to do is just show you kind of a quick update. I've been a little lackluster this last week on building this this build here, but I did want to show you an update on it. As I kind of failed to do that earlier this week. So I did start in on the interior space on this. And it is on. For some reason, it feels like the ship's off, but I guess it's on. Maybe it doesn't seem on. The thrusters don't seem right. Does it not have fuel? It does not have fuel. Okay, now it's on. Okay. All right, well, anyway, the areas that I did work on here, let me adjust the lights. What I started working on the interior, and I was kind of really taking my time with the little bit that I did so far on it. Mainly, I don't know what light setting I'm going for, because I wanted to try to establish the look I wanted to go and kind of model the ship in. So it's different colors, different ways of texture lights and things. Trying to be different than other builds that I've done in the past. So yeah, just a general color scheme. It's kind of doing this kind of light blue texture lights, kind of matching the thruster colors and some other accent colors. Then it's kind of running this kind of bronzeous colors in here with some grays and stuff like that. And essentially, I was just trying to establish a look of how to model the rest of the build on, or a lot of it at least, for the interior space. So what I started on working on the ship is the whole production area, and that's here. So there's actually a lot of storage controllers and constructor positions all throughout here. Of course, when I release the build, a lot of the constructors and stuff would be removed, and placeholders would be put in their place to get the CPU balanced if needed. It probably will be needed. And then I got mad, but I was working on a new LCD design, and I ended up with this, and I got annoyed. And then I looked at it, and like, it was supposed to have like another box down right below here with like a name, and I was trying to get it so you could put in some contents and have your like storage bay number over here. And then I got to about this point, got a little frustrated again with the LCD creation interface, and then kind of looked at it, was like, I don't know if I really like this design. It needs a lot of tweaks too. A lot of my corners are not very accurately aligned over here, and I was debating whether or not to leave open spaces to make it look like part of the design there. But essentially, I think I'm just going to trash this design and try another one. So basically, I was all just trying to make like a new LCD that I put over the all these bays here, all your storage bays, which is typical. I pretty much do that in every build I make. They have some form of something above or on the actual storage controllers telling you how much storage it's got. Typically, it's not all that important, but it's just something to add a little detail. So when I was talking about this ship before too, I said I wanted to have like a almost like a atrium when you walk into the build, as where all the parts of the ship kind of come to this one area. Generally speaking, in your main bridge is like kind of up over there too. So that's a lot of what this was doing, is trying to lay out the floor design and how this was going to work out. And I wanted that big cut in the ceiling going up. I think it's 4 decks here. For a couple reasons. One, I think I had some room to kill, and number two, especially if I chilled out a little bit on my railings here, it would be kind of neat, because if you're flying around with your jetpack or in space, rather than catching an elevator to go up to the next deck, you can just go woo, and you're there. So I'm trying to get all the decks in this area, everything in this general area, to be all your functional stuff that you would use on a regular basis in the ship. And then the rest of the ship, going forward, we'll get into, it's obviously going to need some fluff, but engineering sections and stuff like that. The farming section, however, may be off from, I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to have the farming section here, kind of like in front of production, or have it on a different deck yet. I gotta make that decision. I got plenty of room to add a pretty large farm, but I'm not exactly sure what deck I want to put it on yet. It has to have a deck that has a 2-block ceiling height at least over the floor, so that is a requirement. So it could work on this deck. It could work on the deck below over there, and I think it could work on one of these other decks too, but not like the bridge deck. And beyond that, I was just trying to work on some pathing and layouts on connecting the hangar bays to the center of the ship here. So I was just kind of like trying to do some big shapes and getting like the main layout here on how this was all going to try to fit together with the interior space. So I did kind of a pretty big wide staircase coming in as well, just because I got the room, quite frankly. But then I got to this point, and I'm like, technically speaking, the staircase probably should align to the center of this to be really, really cool and symmetrical. But then I'm like, do I care? do I care at that level? I mean, I could put a wall in front of it too, and you never know. But yeah, and then there's a lot of space up and around here too, and I'm trying to like figure out the floor path coming off from here, going into some of these other places, which I don't even know what I'm going to put there yet. But yeah, the other places I was just trying to get working right too. And then there's another floor down over here, which is kind of aligned with this balcony off the hangar sides. So that is about what I did, and then the worked out this area a little bit. Nothing's like fully finalized or complete in the areas here. It's a lot of work in progress. But yeah, I got to get back to this. I really sucked this week. I did not put like hardly any time into the interior build this week, really. So this is kind of where it was left off at. And yeah, so still working on it. Also, I got to play a little bit more with my universal docking bay for different module types. It might even be able to accommodate the newer module type we looked at today, the NFE type. I guess I would call it. So it might work. This door position might work, and everything else could work on this. And I'm just trying to keep it so this door is bigger, so it works with the Astra and Helios modules, and the top door is for the Majora modules. So that's kind of where I'm at with this. Sorry about the delays, and it's been a very busy week. I really didn't have a lot of time to mess with the ship. Hopefully that changes soon, and because I got to probably put in a good 20-30 hours or so to try to get the interior all built out. But at least it started. So I wanted to show you that and just kind of show you where the ship is at right now. I've been obviously dragging my feet a bit here, but yeah, it'll get there. I'll eventually get it out, get it done into the workshop, and it sounds like there's going to be another season on the Anvil server of Empyrion, probably reforging into, and that's kind of cool because that gives me an opportunity. I'll probably try to aspire in gameplay to actually probably build this or spawn the ship in game, get all the resources for it, and then use it kind of like a Helios carrier kind of. Does a lot of the same functions, just it's the Helios is a lot bigger yet. Even though this is a pretty good sized ship, Helios is definitely bigger. Where I could park this on the back of the Helios, I think. Anyway, that is it for this week. I just wanted to show you an update on that before I ended the video this week. But yeah, really cool builds. Checking out those two large like module carrier type builds and stuff like that. It's really cool to see. And again, yeah, check them all out, sub them. And other than that, y'all have yourself a wonderful weekend, and I will talk to you later.